So I wanted to talk about this. I know because Darren and I have a feeling about AI and stuff, and I thought this was interesting. So if we think that Las Vegas Sphere is doing away with AI content, I mean, it's a lost cause at this point. The Wizard of Oz at Sphere is reportedly grossing $2 million a day. Execs thinks it could make $100 million within a year. Over 90% of the film has been touched up with AI. Fans are paying $200 a ticket. They're talking to Warner Brothers about licensing other films, including Harry Potter.
Yeah. There's a Star Wars mention as well in there, which if they do Star Wars, like Star Wars and Harry Potter, I'd argue in the modern day, or at least bigger than Wizard of Oz. Like Wizard probably has a bigger like cultural impact, but like Star Wars and Harry Potter are such big fandom movies that like I assume they would do better.
We saw what happened last time a company, screwed around with AI and the Star Wars IP.
Oh,
that whole controversy with James Earl Jones.
They're not showing the whole movies? I didn't know that. It's their trimmed down versions.
Bruh.
What's the point?
So you're paying $200 to look. So the thing that I've heard that a lot of people like is the interactive stuff, like the wind's blowing and they blow the wind inside the building and things fall from the ceiling and stuff. All of that is fun, I guess. But the AI portions of the movies look awful. I saw a video of like the sky in Wizard of Oz, and you can clearly tell that the sky that the AI did is just a regular sky. It doesn't look like the sets in Wizard of Oz, which I think is pretty crazy. And as someone that grew up on a lot of these movies, not this one obviously because I'm not that ancient, but as somebody who grew up on a lot of the movies that they're thinking about doing, like Harry Potter and Star Wars and stuff, these are movies that like if people want to argue and complain about what's being done with modern cinema in terms of like these movies, how can you justify supporting this when this is literally altering the actual art, which is not what's happening with more modern movies and TV shows? That's just my opinion on it. Like, I feel like you should have a problem with this too as well, if you're looking at it that way. But the studios want money. An extra $100 million a year on an AI thrown together movie inside the Sphere, that to them, that's just free money, basically, at that point. Oh, you're muted, Darren.
If you take out the AI element, I would find this cool. You know what I mean? Like, I love the idea of this kind of interactive experience to like revisit your favorite movies. Like, that's awesome. That's great. But it feels weird. It feels it feels like corporate.
Short Cars says every sentence of this post is worse than the last. Yeah, it's like it gets progressively worse as you go on. It's just not great. By the way, Joe, I know it's your first time here with us, but if you feel like you want to say something, you can just jump in and hopefully, there's room for everybody. Let's see. What the hell? What? What the hell?
Hasbro just did the same thing to Power Rangers with AI.
What? Okay, explain.
They for their whole entire like reignition line that they're doing now, they recreated the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and enhanced certain scenes with AI. And on Netflix, they're just airing it as like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 4.
What?
But it's just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition, which is basically they did something similar, but without AI a few years ago, where they just tried to retouch it up. So now they're doing it again, but since AI is as advanced as it is now, they're just saying, okay, yeah, we can use this so we can sell these new toys.
That is so moronic.
Yeah.
Sorry, Darren, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's so weird to go on Netflix and be like, it's just like new episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's like, what are you talking about? It ended almost 30 years ago.
Right. They try to sell that stuff as somewhat current, and it's like no one's gonna buy this.
So I do want to say that if there's anything that's going to stop the AI takeover, it's going to be lack of accolades, and it looks like there's new guidelines and awards that might stop this a little bit. The TV Academy establishes guidelines for its members when it comes to AI, and essentially the 3 pillars of the guidelines: creative integrity, permissions, license, legal and commercial viability, accountability, transparency, and sustainability. So essentially, you can't use AI that has ripped off content, meaning that it has to be licensed AI usage, which would be through some sort of software that has been vetted by, this organization, or that has been vetted by the union, something along those lines. So this might be a way to prevent everything from turning into AI slop. Maybe. But Rhoda, you don't look too confident about it.
I thought I learned my lesson from Skynet. I thought I learned my lesson from all this stuff, man. Like, it just we are messing around with Pandora's box and be like, what's inside? What's inside? And it's just like,
yeah,
what's in the box?
I have issues with AI, but the whole dome thing, I kind of feel like that's a little bit different because it's not like when you take something and put it on Netflix, and that's going to be this is what you're going to get. This is the norm. This is what's out there. That's one thing. But since that's like a one-time event, you're going to go to this, you're going to see it one time. It's kind of an experience.
Right.
But it's not changing the actual film as it's going, when you stream it on HBO Max or when you put it in your Blu-ray. Yeah. So I think it's a little, we could talk about the price point, $200.
$200 for a trimmed down version of a movie. Yeah. That's
right.
That's quite interesting. I would think, for me, it's reminiscent of back in the day when you would go see a musical or a play and they would incorporate elements with the audience that had to do with things that were happening in the play in a lot of ways. And you're right, you can't replicate what's going on at the Sphere at somebody's house or something like that. There's no, unless you have a lot of money. I guess you could make something like that at home, but not most people wouldn't have access to that.